Drive like a pro, think, react, drive smart. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we will check how well you know traffic rules. I have prepared for you some interesting and slightly tricky traffic situations that any driver can face. So get comfortable, like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And at the end of the video, write in the comments how many right answers you got. Turn on. Now let's look at this situation. You are driving through a busy city intersection with multiple lanes, marked crosswalks, and pedestrians nearby. Vehicles are approaching from different directions, and traffic conditions can change very quickly. In situations like this, even a small mistake or delay in reaction can lead to a serious collision. Other drivers may misjudge distances, fail to yield, or make sudden movements. Pedestrians may step into the crosswalk unexpectedly. All of this increases the risk level. As a driver, your most important task is to recognize danger early and react correctly. When it becomes clear that a collision might happen, your response must be immediate and focused on reducing impact or avoiding the crash altogether. Let's look at what traffic safety rules require in such moments. Question: if it looks like a collision may happen, you should immediately Answer 1, speed up. Answer 2, slow down or stop. Answer 3, turn away. Answer 4, do any of the above. Correct answer. Answer 2, slow down or stop. Detailed explanation. When a collision appears likely, the safest and most effective reaction is to reduce your speed as quickly and smoothly as possible or come to a complete stop if needed. Slowing down or stopping gives you more time to react, reduces the force of impact if a collision cannot be avoided, allows other drivers to see your actions and react, helps you maintain control of your vehicle. In many cases, simply reducing speed can completely prevent a crash. Even if a collision still occurs, a lower speed greatly reduces the risk of serious injuries or fatalities. This response is especially important in intersections, where vehicles, cyclists, and pedestrians all interact in a limited space. Why the other answers are incorrect? Answer 1, speed up. Speeding up increases danger. It reduces reaction time, increases stopping distance, and makes any collision far more severe. Accelerating rarely solves the problem and often makes it worse. Answer 3, turn away. Sudden steering can cause you to lose control, enter another lane, hit a curb, or strike pedestrians or other vehicles. Turning should only be done if you are certain it is safe, not as an automatic reaction. Answer 4, do any of the above. Not all reactions are safe. Traffic laws and defensive driving principles clearly prioritize slowing down or stopping as the correct response when a collision seems likely. Summary: when danger appears on the road, calm and controlled actions save lives. Speed reduction is the most reliable way to regain control and avoid making the situation worse. Remember, slowing down gives you time. Stopping prevents many collisions. Panic reactions increase risk. Final answer: slow down or stop. Now let's look at the next situation. You are driving at night on a two-lane road outside the city. There are no streetlights, and visibility depends almost entirely on your headlights. The road is surrounded by trees, and there may be pedestrians, animals, or other vehicles ahead that are difficult to see in the dark. At night, drivers often use high-beam headlights to improve visibility. High beams illuminate a much larger area of the road and help you see farther ahead. However, they are not always safe or appropriate to use. Using high beams in the wrong situation can actually reduce visibility or create danger for you and others. That is why traffic rules clearly explain when high beams should and should not be used. Let's take a closer look at this rule. Question: at night, you should use your high beam headlights in all of the following situations, except answer 1, in fog, snow, or heavy rain. Answer 2, where there may be people alongside the roadway. Answer 3, on unfamiliar roads. Answer 4, in construction areas. Correct answer, answer 1, in fog, snow, or heavy rain. Detailed explanation: high beam headlights are designed to project light far down the road. This is helpful in clear, dark conditions, but it becomes dangerous in certain types of weather. In fog, snow, or heavy rain, High beams reflect off water droplets, snowflakes, or fog particles. The reflected light bounces back toward your eyes. This creates glare and makes it harder to see the road ahead. Visibility can actually become worse than with low beams. Because of this effect, using high beams in poor weather conditions can blind you instead of helping you. That is why low beam headlights are the correct and safest choice in fog, snow, or heavy rain. Why the other answers are correct uses of high beams. Answer 2. Where there may be people alongside the roadway. High beams help you see pedestrians, cyclists, or animals near the road, especially in dark rural or suburban areas. As long as you are not blinding oncoming traffic, high beams can improve safety. Answer 3. On unfamiliar roads. When driving on a road you do not know well, high beams help you detect curves, intersections, road signs, and hazards earlier, giving you more time to react. Answer 4. In construction areas, construction zones often contain uneven pavement, equipment, cones, and workers near the roadway. Extra visibility from high beams can help you notice hazards sooner, as long as conditions are clear. Summary: high beam headlights are a powerful safety tool at night, but only when used correctly. They improve long-distance visibility in clear conditions, but they should never be used when weather causes light to reflect back into your eyes. Final answer: in fog, snow, or heavy rain. Now let's look at the next situation. You are driving along a highway and notice that road construction is underway. Orange cones and barrels line the roadway. Lanes are narrower than usual, and traffic is moving more slowly. Warning signs are posted, and there may be workers, machinery, or uneven pavement ahead. In these conditions, every driver's actions matter, because even a small mistake can lead to a serious accident. Driving through a work zone requires extra patience, attention, and caution. The question is not only what you should do, but also what behavior is especially dangerous and must be avoided. Question: when approaching or driving through a work zone, you should not. Answer 1. Keep up with the flow of traffic. Answer 2. Watch for lower speed limits. Answer 3. Weave from lane to lane. Answer 4. Reduce your speed. Detailed explanation. Answer 3. Weave from lane to lane. Correct. Weaving from lane to lane is the most dangerous action in a work zone. Construction areas usually have limited space, temporary lane markings, and unexpected obstacles. Frequent or sudden lane changes can easily cause collisions because other drivers have less room to react. Blind spots are more dangerous in narrow lanes. Barrels, cones, and barriers are close to moving traffic. Workers may be present near the roadway. Traffic patterns may change without much warning. In a work zone, drivers are expected to choose a lane early, stay in it, and move steadily until they are completely clear of the construction area. Smooth, predictable driving helps protect both drivers and road workers. Answer 1. Keep up with the flow of traffic. Incorrect. While it is generally good not to block traffic, work zones are different. Traffic often slows down for safety reasons, and you should never feel pressured to drive faster than what feels safe. If traffic is moving too quickly, you should still obey posted limits and maintain a safe following distance. Answer 2. Watch for lower speed limits. Incorrect. Lower speed limits are very common in work zones and are usually enforced more strictly. These reduced limits are there to protect workers and drivers. Paying attention to these signs is essential for safe driving. Answer 4. Reduce your speed. Incorrect. Reducing speed is one of the most important safety measures in a work zone. Slower speeds give you more time to react to sudden stops, uneven pavement, lane shifts, or workers entering the roadway. Summary: work zones demand extra caution and responsible driving. Drivers should slow down, follow posted signs, stay in their lane, and remain alert at all times. Aggressive driving behaviors, especially weaving from lane to lane, greatly increase the risk of crashes and injuries. Final answer: weave from lane to lane. Subscribe and never miss traffic rules lessons.